if your open rates look like this and you want open rates like this, you should watch this video. So hey guys, in this video I will give you a full cold email deliverability masterclass, covering all email deliverability secrets that are working right now in 25. So whether you want to recover from low open rates or prevent to get low open rates in the first place, I got you covered. No fluff, just actionable hacks that actually work. Let's jump in. Alright guys, so what is email deliverability? Basically, email deliverability tells us if our emails are landing in spam or people actually receiving our emails. And that's what we want. The more people receive our emails, the more people we convert to a call or a sell. So basically the best indicator to see if our email is getting delivered is the open rate, because we see if the email is landing in spam or people are actually open our emails. And as a KPI, you can say like the bare minimum should be 60%. That's like the normal range, and good open rates are around 80% plus. Bad open rates are like 10, 20, 30%, then you should like really be concerned and figure out a way to improve your open rate. So we can use different techniques and strategies to improve our open rate and our deliverability. And before I want to go through these techniques, and I prepared some stuff here, I want to tell you what you should do if your open rate is dropped and already low. Head over to Unspam or some other provider and check your email deliverability. You can run a test on your domain and see if they are still good or if you're like blacklisted or anything. That's like step one. Then some reasons why your open rates are bad could be your email account is not set up properly, and I talk about this in a bit. Bad subject lines, email account not warmed up enough or not using warm up, email account sending too many emails, you use spam words, or your email is not personalized. And I go through all this stuff in a bit. Read through this article, how to fix low open rates for cold email by Instantly, super helpful. But basically, if your open rates are bad, and that's how I do it, just pause the campaign for 1 or 2 weeks and then relaunch it, and this mostly fix the problem. Alright, so let's look at the overview. We will talk about the technical setup, email box provider you should use, email warm-up and the settings, then campaign settings, copywriting and sending limits, other copywriting hacks, and personalization. And all this plays together to give you good email deliverability. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the technical setup. So as a standard, you can say you buy one domain, and per domain you set up 3 mailboxes. Some people play it even more safe and just set up 2 mailboxes, but the standard is 3 mailboxes. And once you set this mailboxes up, you have to put in an SPF, a DKIM, and a DMARC. And basically, to explain it simple, what it is, they all work together as email authentication methods to verify that an email truly comes from where it claims to be from and hasn't been tampered with during delivery. And so it makes sure, okay, this email is legit, and you have to set that's like a non-negotiable. You have to set up these records. And so how you can do it, you can either use a third-party service which does it automatically, but I encourage you to do it yourself to make sure. So this is how it looks in Namecheap. You go to advanced settings and then you set up like these records, and it looks more scary than it actually is. It's not that hard. You just have to copy paste some weird snippets and then it's good to go. And also what I want to emphasize here, when using a lead list, run it through a verification service, so to see if the email is valid, because if not, you get bounces, and what this will hurt your deliverability in the long run. I recommend you use MailSO. It's just a service to verify your email list, and if you Google, there are codes out there. You can get 250,000 email verifications for free, and it's like worth $3,000. So that's why I use them. I have like 500,000 email verifications free, and it's a super good service. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about are the mailbox providers. Only use Gmail and Outlook. Never use some private mail service. Even though they are cheaper, it will hurt you in the long run. Think about this, Gmail and Microsoft are one of the biggest companies in the world with like the most email accounts set up, and they're like super high authority. and that's why you should use them. And never use like some private mail server or set up a private mail server for you. It's not working in the long run. Also, another hack, use 50% Gmails and 50% Outlook emails. And I will talk about why we are gonna do this in a second. But that's it for this part, okay? Only use Gmail or Outlook. And they are resellers you can use. And I mean, try it out for yourself. It works. For me, it works. You get the Gmail accounts way cheaper or Outlook accounts way cheaper. And they also help you with this technical setup. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is email warm-up and the settings you should use when warming up emails. Basically, what is email warm-up? You can imagine it like a huge pool of emails that are automatically interacting with each other to simulate human behavior. And this way it increases your deliverability and makes sure you're not landing in spam, because like your emails are interacting like a human would use this email address. And so there are third-party tools you can use, but also the major cold email platforms like Instantly and SmartLead have their own feature for email warm-up. And I would say if you start, just use the pre-setup, how they set it up, like the email warm-up. Don't change anything in the settings and let the emails warm up for 3 weeks. And once you start sending, we do like some slight changes, okay? So I show you what you should do once you start sending. Go here, bulk edit, and then we change some warm-up settings, okay? We put like the open rate, put it to 33%. Okay, and then spam protection, put it to 5%. And mark important to 1%. And this is another hack, put reply rate to 100%. Why we're gonna do this is because we would now send more emails once we start sending, and we want to get replies, okay? So that's why we put it to 100% instead before. So it's the math, right? Now we send like double the amount of emails. We send warm-ups and normal emails, and we want to increase our reply rate to make sure deliverability is not hurt. So yeah, that's the part from email warm-up, super simple. I mean, they make it really simple for us to just press a button and the email's getting warmed up, and super important. Never start a campaign without warming up your emails. Alright, next thing we're gonna talk about are the campaign settings. So super simple, just 2 things you have to do is don't do open tracking, so we don't track email opens. So basically what it does is we send the emails as text only, so no HTML in there. And this will increase the deliverability because there's no code in the email. Because as a human, you wouldn't put code in your email or HTML. And yeah, this improves the deliverability. And then the next thing, what I talked earlier about, do provider matching, okay? That's why we do 50% Gmail accounts, 50% Outlook accounts. Because what this will do only sends Outlook to Outlook and Gmail to Gmail. And this is like a really good deliverability hack. Alright, so copywriting is obviously one of the most important parts. So copywriting and personalization both play together and are super, super, super important. So what I want you to do, make this a habit. Once you wrote an email, head over to this website and copy paste your email in there. And basically it filters for spam words, and then change this email until you don't have any spammy words in there. So you see they marked as spam here, and this will improve your deliverability drastically. So some other spammy words, for example, is if you put $signs in there, and basically walk through it until you don't have any shady, urgency, money related words or stuff like this. And yeah, that's like super simple hack that works wonders. Hand over to this Mail Meteor spam checker, I mean there are other websites, but that's the one I use. And also, as mentioned earlier, don't put images in your copy and don't put links in your copy. So that's super simple from the copywriting side to make sure you improve your deliverability. And let's talk about personalization. What does personalization does is basically that we are not sending 1,000 times the exact same email per day. We modify the email. And the first step for personalization is the icebreaker. Also, you use it to get better open rates because the email is more personalized to this person, and this is how icebreakers could look like. And basically, for each person, the icebreaker is different. How this works, I can do a video on it. We scrape the website and then let AI write an icebreaker. So that's super helpful. The next thing I want to talk about is liquid syntax, and don't be scared about like how this looks like. Basically what it does, there are different types we could use. That's the ones that are super powerful. So basically you just say, depending on the time, say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So that makes it way more human-like than just sending the generic, hey, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's really good. You can implement this. That's like the code snip you will just put into your email. Then we could use greeting based on the day of the week. So you see how this plays out. Also really powerful. Also makes it more personal, and not only does it improve your deliverability, it also seems way more human than the generic stuff. And then like the classic thing, spin text. What spin text does, you write it like this: random, hey, hello, hey, and then it randomly picks hey, hello, or hey, and varies between it. And you can also do this in sentences with verbs or adverbs or adjectives and stuff like this to make it more random, and so we have more variety in the emails we send. But there's like one controversy about spin text, because obviously some words when you split test would perform better, and we then in the end don't know which word performed better. Is it hey, hello, or hey that get more open rates, or learn, hear, and find out? So we don't know which is getting more open rates, so that's like the downside to it. But yeah, and basically how you can implement the spin text without writing this complicated stuff here. And when you have instantly, you can go to AI generated and then AI spin text writer, and this basically automates this whole process. But what I want to emphasize is double and triple check every email so you don't have syntax errors. Well, there's nothing more annoying than like missing out like one of these brackets here, and then it's literally says random hi, hello, hey in the text, and then everyone knows, okay, I'm not gonna reply to this email. So that's super, super important to double check if everything is correct. And yeah, that's like a quick overview of what you can do to improve your deliverability. Also head over to this article to learn more. Yeah guys, so I hope you found this deliverability hacks helpful. So I would appreciate if you smash the like button and hit subscribe for more cold email secrets. Drop a comment with what you want to see next and your best reply rate you ever got, and I reply to every single comment, and hope to see you in the next video.